Damn it, Bitcoin! Stop it! Stop it now! Oh! No, just kidding. Keep going so I can buy it. But for real. For real. So this is one of those really annoying type movements. As we're so used to. Dildo in our butt. Alright, so I'm still counting this as a 5. Maybe like a failed impulse or an ABC. I don't know. Don't really care. I mean, I do kind of care. I want to be precise. But some sort of X wave, right? So, now we see this big impulse movement down. Pretty easy to count the first part. You know, you got like 1, 2, 3, and then this is where it gets tricky. But what I found is it looks like an ending fifth wave diagonal, so I haven't bought yet. So I'm actually waiting for this to play out. Should make a little channel like that, and then that'll start to look like what you fags like to call, oh look, a bull flag. It's a bull flag because you don't know anything. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it would look kind of like a bull flag, or maybe like start looking like a wedge. And yeah, that would be a signal probably to buy at the end of this, which means we are going to find where the algos are targeting. So if we get somewhere like down here, you know, see, also looking for that double bottom. So it is a confluence zone. So we're going to get down here, and then we're going to see what we can do about making a profit up to this. Nothing crazy, but I like making money, so I'm going to give it a shot. Still reserved most of my profits from the big run up. Did take a little hit yesterday from I'm not holding my sell long enough. But hey, that's trading. That's trading. So we get down here. We target the 382 or the 0.5, but we also want to be wary of this little zone here. So if it does break back up, we gotta watch for that 4-hour EMA. That's definitely where I would be taking profits. So so see this little zone, this little channel we're in. You got a lot of support right here. And then you got the the double bottom here as well. Yeah, and then a lot of support right here. So this right here may be my buy zone. Where is that at? This is like 83.50. Yeah, so like 83.50 will be my first buy, and then I'll buy another one at like 8,300. And assuming it gets down there. Yeah, we aim for the 0.5, which is right at 86.50. Where's the EMA at? 86.50. Holy shit. Confluence, motherfucker. Yeah, so we're going to try to make that play. Now, for risk reward, assuming he gets there, because it could take off now and be a little dick. We know. Like, we know. That's 4%, so I'll take a 4%. And then, of course, if it breaks that double bottom, we take a less than a 1% loss, pretty much. Yeah, less than a 1% loss. That's a 5-to-1 risk to reward. I will take that play as well. May only kind of make up for the misplay yesterday, but I mean, I still played it a little high anyway, so I mean, that's my fault. But this is how you got to do it. So we play this one, maybe make a little profit, watch for that touch on the EMA, and then it should shoot down. And I'm thinking about then I'll probably play the 0.5. Or the 618. You got a lot of confluence at the 618, but Bitcoin likes to trick us. So, but if it does, hypothetically, if it does make this play right here like that, for the C wave or the C wave of the double zigzag, you got to be looking at the 786. 8132. So don't forget that when it's coming. If it like wherever this lands, I don't know where it's gonna land. It could land here, could land at and then there you go. There's tons of confluence there. So we got to see where this lands. Don't count on this fib I'm drawing right now. I'm just saying just for the future references, and I'll do that for you lazy pieces of shit. Don't worry. But right now we're focused on getting this buy zone. If you want in, your money. I don't care. But Muck said. I don't care. This is just a play I'm making. I don't know how good it is. And if it makes extreme bullish, sometimes it'll just go crazy bullish. And like maybe this was like a 335 or something. Very possible, like ABC. I don't know. That looks kind of like shit. I don't know, but it's possible that, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is a 5, 3, 5. It's weird. It's hard to count. You'd have to get up in like the 3 minutes and shit. But the important thing is, like I always say, is to find the confluence zones, find the algo targets, find the big pivots. And right now, this is a pretty hard run down, and I feel like if this was one of those really, really big dumps, like this one, like you would see that sort of action. I mean, look at that. Look at the first candle there. The first two candles. Look at these candles. You're not seeing that. You're seeing like this one, which is a pretty big like algo dump type thing, and it dumped off the top of this downtrend resistance, and I think the next time it makes a run for this downtrend resistance here, it's gonna break it. So what I'm thinking is now is there's your W, there's your X, and then somewhere down here is your Y. So all we're playing is A, B, C. So there's your double 3 for your Y. Double 3 for your Y. So you have a 3, a 3 failed X, and then double 3. Well, this was actually a combo though. This was a flat X, double zigzag, failed impulse, and then now we're looking at a double zigzag. But this is going to correct at least something. It has to, right? There's no way it's just going to keep going. I mean, if it does, it's going to be some really, really, really weird, like fifth wave. This is still one impulse. This impulse has to end at some point, and when the impulse ends, it could retrace shallow, but it needs to retrace. That's the point. It needs to retrace at some point, and I just don't see where it would have done that. And if there's some bullish movement from here, I can recount it, no big deal. But it's still I don't think it's gonna get very far. I mean, it's got to break through that and that. So the point is to buy it at the bottom of this ending fifth wave, if that's the correct count. But Muck said, if that's the correct count, we want to buy at the bottom of this, and then we want to play this retracement, and then we sell off, and then we watch it plummet. Or if there's a lot of bullish movement and we got faith in it, and there's a lot of volume, and it's picking up, then we see if we can pull through. You know what I mean? But we'll set some trailing stops. We'll see how that looks. Because last time, when I set the signal to buy here, that's what happened, right? I thought it was going to bounce here and come back down, but it didn't. So I was like, fuck it. I bought like right here. Then I was like, all right, well, let's ride this out. And look what happened. I got all those profits. So if we can do the same thing, and somehow this is just like a weird, I don't even know what that would be. That could be the flat. Oh, yeah, no, technically, okay, yeah. So that could be the correction. And then you'd be looking at, if this were the case, as long as it doesn't retrace past that, you're looking at a shallow 2. And it's very possible, but I'm not counting on that. But you just got to see how it looks. You got to adapt. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just how you play it. So that's how I'm gonna play this, because it sucks missing bottoms, and when you have a small risk to your reward, you catch like as many bottoms as possible. And I know a lot of you are bottoms faggots, so that's your thing, right? So you catch as many bottoms as possible. If you take like a 1% loss, big fucking deal, right? So you take the 1% loss, and then you aim for this next big one. Maybe ladder here and then have a few here, depending on where this B comes up, because that B needs to come up if this is the count. If not, then we're going up for 3, and we'll know. So either way, this is likely coming down here because of this resistance and this ending fifth wave. So either way, we're buying here, and then we're finding out if it's a third wave, and if it looks as if you would say, if it looks sketch, BTC looking sketch, then we'll get out. We'll get out around the point, maybe the 382 take profits, the 0.5 definitely take profits if it looks bad. But if it's fucking shoveling through, all right, trailing stops at the 0.5, trailing stops at the 0.38. See what happens, right? Make some money, and then we can. Because you got to be careful though, because the algos are also going to target there. So if it does look like an impulse movement up, it's going to look something like that, right? So they're going to target there, and they're going to bounce there. So we can set a trailing stop like 8,500, make that money right there. So I'm going to go in pretty hard right here because it's a 1% loss. I might go all in. So because that means I gain an entire portfolio of 4%. That's going to be pretty awesome, right? So let's see. I don't really care if I share my information. Nobody wants to hack a broke guy. Computer going super slow. Piece of shit. Let's see. Yes, I mean I can make like $200 on that, and I'll lose like $50. I'm okay with that. So yeah, I would shoot up to there, make like $200, and then Yeah, I would definitely take profits at this 0.5. Regardless, we're taking profits there, right? I mean, if it busts through, we can re-enter. So I take that back. Let's definitely aim for that 0.5. Take profits, and if it comes down and looks like, and then we can make a play. We can make a play on the retrace if this happens. If this happens, guys, this is not what I think is going to happen at all. What I'm leaning towards is we're going to get, like I said, we're going to get a correction from this rundown. Something like this, right? Something like that. ABC corrects this swing high to this swing low, ABC, and then it continues to go down, and that's what I'm banking on, and that's what I'm doing to play safe. Remember, I said in a bearish market, I always assume bearish, because that's just the smarter way to play it, to take profits and be careful and to re-enter when it's time to re-enter. And that's why I was so quick on the draw yesterday when I saw it heading towards this trend line support. I'm like, you know what? Maybe that 5 waves is it. Maybe we get another truncated wave. We've seen it, right? And then this looked like shit. I'm like, that doesn't look like an ABC and then a 1, 2, 3 starting. That does not look impulsive. Remember, impulse movements move fast. Just like this. See that impulse movement? Whoosh, fast, 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 fast. So when that starts to happen, you cut your losses while it's breaking through. And then, if it happens to bounce, so be it. You took profit because you bought in over here, right? So be it. So, yeah, it is what it is, and now it looks like it's trying to break through a little bit. That's fine. We'll see what happens. I mean, if it busts over this EMA, I can make a new play. But for now, this is what I'm seeing. Subject to change. No Miss Cleo, no Moses, no Crystal Ball, no Pondus. Let's see. Yeah, so let's see how this plays out. May go up a little bit. Could go up, could go down. But yeah, look to play the 8350, 8300, and see where it takes us. But if you fucking want. I don't know. If you're not comfortable with that, wait for a 4-hour break on the EMA, or wait for it to drop back down here and buy it. If that's how you want to play it that way. That's probably smarter. I don't give a shit.